Remember last summer when we were going to that country concert?
Yeah.
And you're like, Dad, this lead just come in. And I'm like, dude, we're on the way to the concert. And you're like, no, I have a feeling about this. We got to go to this one right now.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I do.
What? Her name was Linnea.
Yeah. Linnea had contacted us, and I spoke with her, and I just knew right away it was somebody who we could help, and she was in a really tough situation. It was honestly a beautiful story. She told us that her brother was in the hospital and he had terminal cancer, I believe.
Lung cancer.
Yeah, his lung cancer. Mm-hmm. And he was laying there in his hospital bed, and, you know, he saw our TV ad come on the commercial.
That's right.
And he said, you know what? Those guys look trustworthy, and told his sister, why don't you give them a call? And he remembered our name, told his sister when she came in. She gave us a call, and I spoke with her, and I was like, wow, that's a truly amazing story.
But she already had gotten a number from 3 other people.
Yep.
And she said to him, no, we've already got it covered.
We've already got it covered. And he said, no, you should call these guys.
Right.
And so I spoke with her, and she already kind of sounded like, well, we had it figured out, but my brother told me he wanted me to reach out to you. So I'm doing what he asked.
I remember when I walked in the door, and she's telling me about him, and his name was Earl.
Yeah.
And she said she lived in Missouri.
They're moving him back to Missouri.
She had a farm in Missouri. And she said, my brother called me and he said, sis, can you come help me? And I got off the phone. I looked at my husband and I said, my brother never asked for help. I don't know what he needs, but I got to get on a plane. And so she flew out here. You remember this?
Yeah.
She flew out here and she said, when I got here, my brother was sitting in that chair and he told me he'd gone out in the garage to smoke and he fell, and it took him 4 hours to crawl back in to get to the phone to call me. And she said, so he crawls in and he called me from that phone. He didn't tell me until I got back, until I got here.
He called her first.
Yeah, no, he called her after it took him 4 hours to get there. Yeah. So she's like, I fly in, he's sitting in that chair and he's like, I've just been sick. And I thought maybe I just had like a cold or something. So she takes him to the doctor. And the doctor's like, how long have you been sick? And he's like, about a year. I kept thinking it would pass. And it's stage 4 lung cancer. And so he tells her he's got 6 months to live. Right? Well, she goes in the other room and her husband looks at me and he says, yeah, he told me he'll be lucky if he makes it 30 days, but he told her 6 months. And so she comes walking back in, and again, she's already got her number. And so she's just meeting with us, kind of like to check the box and tell her brother, hey, I met them.
Yeah.
And so she's really kind of not interested in talking to us.
Yeah.
And they're going to pack him up and they're going to drive him back to Missouri to live on their farm with them. So she's got to sell the house. And she says, so how much?
They're leaving the next morning.
Yeah. But he's in the hospital. She's going to go pick him up.
Yeah.
So how much are you going to give me? And you remember what I said? I go, if I had a magic wand and I sprinkled some pixie dust on your head.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
I go, and I gave you like, what would your magic world look like? And she's this old Army vet and tough and a farmer. And she looks at me and she goes, I don't understand. Was that an offer?
Yeah.
And I go, no, because I have a magic wand. Tell me how I could use it for you.
Yeah.
And now that disarmed her as a tough lady. She looks at me. She goes, I want 385. And I was going to give her 365. And I go, done. Do you have the key? She goes, what? I go, do you have a key? She goes, yeah. I go, then can I have it? She goes, what? I go, we have a deal. You asked for 385. Give me the key. You're leaving tomorrow. I'm going to have to be able to get my guys in here to throw everything away. So can I have the key? So remember?
Yeah.
She goes over, gets off the counter. She goes over and hands me the key. And I said, okay, we have a deal. Now, are you taking that floor mat that's outside the Arcadia door? She goes, no. I said, okay, perfect. Do you care if I put this key underneath that doormat? She goes, why? I go, because I'm going to send a crew over here to trash everything out. I need him to be able to get in. So do you care if I put the key there? She goes, no. I said, okay, good. We have a deal. I got to go. I got a concert I got to be at. Yeah. And we were there, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah. And she was like, at that point, she's like, well, what's next? And we're like, no.
I said, my assistant's going to doc you, sign this contract to you. I'm going to put the earnest money I'll send it over to title tomorrow. And how long is it going to take you to drive across country? And she said, well, he can't go that far, so it'll probably take me 5 days. I said, perfect. Let's see, what's today? I think it was a Wednesday. I go, how's next Friday? That way you can get there and then I can send a notary to your place. She goes, really? You can do that? I said, yeah, how's next Friday? She goes, okay, that'll work. And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. Truly beautiful.
I'm sure I wanted that for 365.
Yeah.
But I remember getting in a truck with you and telling you, I think $20,000 is going to make a bigger difference in their life than ours. She's got to take care of her brother till he dies. And you were like, yeah, Dad. I mean, we're okay. I never came up with that before. I never said, hey, if I had a magic wand or pixie dust. I never did that before. But in the moment, it was just like what was there.
Yeah.
And I thought, just tell me how I can help you.
From person to person.
Right.
Human to human, really.
I mean, when we say we're in the people business, not just the property business, like it sounds like it's a cute line, but that's...
We mean it.
Yeah.
Truly are.